Welcome to AI Your Practice, the podcast exploring how AI is changing the business side of running a healthcare practice. I'm Carolyn S, founder of Trilbii AI, dental marketing strategist, speaker, and somebody who spent more than 20 years working alongside dental and healthcare practices. Oh, hey. Thanks, Anthony, for coming today. For those of our listeners that don't know about you, can you please tell me a little bit about your journey and background and why you are at Trilbii?
Okay. I won't go too far back because I'm getting old. So it could take a while. So I started my career in IT, in network engineering. I was a junior network engineer a very long time ago. And I was working at a college that taught allied health and decided, I'll give that a crack as well. And finished that, started some allied health practices, did that for about 20 years before getting incredibly overwhelmed with all the extra work. Decided to get out. So that extra work is marketing, staff, HR, all that sort of stuff that you don't really sign up for. You want to be helping people, not directing people. Decided to go back to IT, and because it was later in my career, I decided to jump into AI and machine learning. Did a postgrad at CSU, and then we got talking, and the idea of Trilbii came up, and I jumped at it with 2 feet.
And I'm very pleased you did.
So am I.
So why AI for you? So
honestly, so I could have gone into networking again. I'd also, in that 20 years, done a lot of website work because I've always thought I would have it as a backup, basically. I didn't want to get out of IT completely. So I was thinking web design as well, and I did look at some full stack development work as well. But in the end, the future's AI. Like it is. It's here. I've seen how incredibly amazing it can be, how slightly terrifying it can be, and decided that was the way to go.
So the reason we built Trilbii was to solve, or is to solve, the issues that you experience firsthand.
Oh my God,
the overwhelm of admin, HR, compliance, marketing, admin. You owned and ran a very successful allied health practice.
Yes.
So what out of everything was your biggest pain point?
For me, it was HR and marketing.
Okay.
Those are the two that really, really I disliked the most.
Tell me more.
Marketing is like so laborious and boring and so expensive to get someone else to do.
Also true.
So having a system that does it for you is a godsend. HR, well, it's just dealing with people and their inability to remember stuff and having checks and balances that aren't always up to date and all of that sort of stuff. So again, having somewhere you can go, hey, have a look, it's right there, is, also amazing.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is when it comes to marketing, just deep hatred.
Deep.
And was it, putting words in your mouth, like was it the overwhelm of the beast that keeps on needing to be fed?
It's the overwhelm because you get to go through periods where you enjoy it, but it just needs to be fed constantly. It is and that is, an opportunity for us with Trilbii, and it's not going to end anytime soon. That beast is getting bigger and bigger and needs to be fed more and more. So having that automated makes more sense. It's a war out there between Google search and AI search for your business to be found.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and if you can get on top of that, and it's changing, like having the ability to automate a whole bunch of blog posts and social media posts is incredible. Makes a huge difference to your ability to run your practice and not go insane.
Insanity is real. And the reason that I have a pretty successful marketing agency is because of exactly what you're saying, that
Yeah.
the practices know they need to feed the beast and don't have the time or the understanding or the inclination to keep going. But on top of that, as we talk about all the time, there's the compliance side. So for me, having had the agency for so many years, I've worked with so many practices that have brought in team members or agencies, the local website guy or the local social media person that doesn't understand the AHPRA advertising guidelines. So for me, there's the beast that needs to be fed, which is Google, which is AI, it's social media, it's email marketing, it's everything there. But then that risk of getting it wrong, which happens so much
often.
and it's the mix of what you need to say and what can't you say,
Yeah.
but also what images you can use. It is again overwhelming. So thinking about Trilbii, how have we built the tools to make sure that we are able to do marketing at scale for practices, or that Trilbii will do the marketing at scale, but also compliance? So talk to me about scale, talk to me about compliance.
Scale is more architectural and thing, like and a what's the word I'm looking for? So it's all about using the right technologies. So for us, scale, and there's two huge players in the market, AWS and Azure, and we went with AWS. And we'll be able to scale with our tech stack internationally.
Okay.
We can scale to anywhere in the world because of AWS's incredible backhaul of what would you call it? Web servers, technologies, things that we can put our tech stack on. It's incredible. Absolutely.
So what you're saying is Trilbii has been built
Yes.
to have the best compliance and the best scalability in that's available.
That's available.
So we've chosen AWS, Amazon Web Server, so that we have that scalability built in from day one.
Yep. And for compliance, we have that built in. It's not just go and check the latest compliance docs. Those latest compliance docs are built into the program, so they have to be used. And those guardrails are incredibly important. We can't afford hallucinations where it just makes stuff up because it thinks it's compliant. And it has to know for each area of the world, whether that's HIPAA or AHPRA or the EU, like all those things need to be known. And they are programmable, which is, really important.
So again, what you're saying is with compliance, we're talking about advertising compliance, so HIPAA compliance, AHPRA compliance in Australia, and that you have baked that into all of our tools?
It's baked in, yeah.
Okay. And you said there that it sounds like it checks everything and checks again.
It checks it 3 times.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So we've got
that's why
every piece of content that we are producing, it's checking 3 times for AHPRA compliance.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah. So we've got the first prompt, then the next prompt is the output, and then if that fails that, it goes through and checks it again.
Okay.
And then it rejects it, and then it does it again. So sometimes it might take 30 seconds or a minute to produce, and that's because it's going fail, 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 again, fail, fail, done. Because we can't afford that. Like it's people's livelihoods.
Well,
it's
absolutely.
It's our livelihood. It's the practices' livelihoods.
Yeah.
And, AHPRA is probably not too far away from being able to web scrape itself.
I didn't share it with you, but I actually saw something this week that was talking about different AHPRA checks. It was about cosmetic dentistry rules. And the post from a large organisation that I do trust a lot actually said that AHPRA's got AI checks happening. So that was in the clinical side. I don't know about the AHPRA advertising guidelines, but I saw this.
Yeah.
And I assumed that this is the case.
Yeah. My postgrad studies was with a guy. One of the people in there works at AHPRA. So, yeah, I know what they're working on. And they will have it eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk about what that actually means. So AHPRA compliance and the breach. lots of people don't actually realise we're talking about a $60,000 fine for breaching if you're an independent practice. And if you are a part of a group, it's $120,000.
I believe it's per website, isn't it?
No, I believe it's per breach. So when I've seen the AHPRA breaches come through, they are literally letter or page upon page upon page of breaches. So my understanding is that they go through all of the marketing. When there is a breach, they will go through everything.
Yeah.
And then you get a report on every single breach.
Yeah.
So to know that this is built into Trilbii, that every single piece of content with marketing that is produced is triple checked.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So talking about scalability, and you were saying that we're building it for scale.
Yeah.
One of the questions that I am asked when I talk to practices about this is the risk of their data being used to train the LLMs,
Right, yeah.
and the risk of their data being shared with other practices.
Yeah.
Can you talk me through how Trilbii protects the practice?
Yes. So that's structural tenant. So it's called like that, individual tenants within the database. So it can't leak across. That's a programmatic structure. So all of their data is in their tenancy and can't leak across. With the LLMs, we're pointing the LLMs at the content creation, not at their data.
Okay.
So their data stays safe. It stays in Australian servers as per our privacy guidelines.
Yep.
So there's 2 servers in Sydney, 2 AWS servers. Because we're at MVP level, it's just there, but we can then also duplicate that later into Perth and into Melbourne. And so if one goes down, the other ones stay up. At the moment, 2 in Sydney is plenty.
So again, repeating, what you're saying is that each practice, their information is in a little container.
Yep.
On Amazon Web Server, and that data cannot leak.
No.
Okay. And you're also saying that the data is held in Australia because that is the guidelines.
Yeah, that's correct.
That hopefully everybody's aware of.
Yeah.
Because no patient data and no system that ever touches patient data can live anywhere but in Australia.
That's correct.
Okay. So that's all baked in.
Yeah. So, and we've baked that in from the start. So we started compliance first. So often a startup will think, well, we started with the problem first, I guess,
did.
and we researched the problem and we talked to dentists and dental clinics. So we know that the problem is real for them, and I know from my personal experience the problem is real.
Yeah.
But when I started programming it, I started programming with compliance first,
Okay.
not the other way around,
Yeah.
which is often what happens where compliance is an afterthought. So having done websites for dentists and seen AHPRA breaches come through and having to go through and fix their stuff, I decided that was the way to start.
Yeah.
And when your code base gets large, it gets harder to get rid of tech debt or retrofit things. So the safest bet, I think, especially in this day and age, is to start with compliance first.
Yeah. So we have built Trilbii so that has compliance, security, and AHPRA built in from day zero.
Day zero. Yeah. So I started it that way, which meant we were slower to kick off. But I think our pre-testing and our questionnaires with dental practices really validated our product.
Yeah.
And then our early prototype was validated again.
Yeah. And we validate and we
keep on validating.
We keep validating and we're showing practices. Thanks for joining me on AI Your Practice. I hope today's episode gave you something practical to take back to your practice. If it was useful, follow the show, leave a review, or share. And if you want to learn more about what we're building at Trilbii, go to trilbii.ai or contact me on Carolyn S. Dean on any social media channel. Until next time, thanks for listening to AI Your Practice.